Hi to everyone. My name is Cristian Sartori. I work in Siemens, Siemens Italy, and together with me there is
Fabio Raffo. Hi, everyone. I'm business developer for Engineering Industries Excellence. Happy to be here.
And I'm Diego. I'm the CEO and founder of Aleph Digital Industry.
Okay, so we talked about a lot of things, but for sure there is a complexity in the production, in the manufacturing that is becoming bigger and bigger. If we consider especially brownfield solution, all the time there are new things that happen. So at the last minute, there are aged machines. So there is a complexity that sometimes even the human cannot completely manage and understand. So it's very important also to have a solution, concrete solution. So Fabio, you live in the IT world, but also sometimes you take the downstairs, you go in the factory floor, so to have a look on really what's happening.
Correct.
And so can you tell us how industrial AI at the edge is changing the game?
Yeah. By the way, first, you're right that I was more focused on the IT, but I've been more than 20 years in the shop floor. I used to spend really years in close to the running manufacturing machine. So what we see as you heard during this day, that the market is what we perceive, that the manufacturing is not any longer a linear, predictable environment, because from enterprise perspective, you see that the machine need to be faster. You get from marketing sales, the need for variant increases. You need material that behave differently batch to batch. Then you get a shop floor with machines that are responding to their capabilities that 10 years before was not even predictable. But still, there is the need to get high quality, zero waste, and maximize throughput with that kind of complexity. And what we realize with our customer is that automation, maybe I should go, automation is not any longer able to keep up to the pace of the complexity that is needed. So what we see is the need to basically move at a different level. That's why it's important to look at AI where it really counts, where AI not any longer just perceived as an IT tool, but something that really goes close to the operator, close to the process, close to the millisecond where the decision on quality would tell you if it's going to do good or bad. This kind of fast reaction cannot any longer just managed by the standard automation, but can also not be only managed by the cloud solution, that they don't have the capabilities to react fast. That's why, as a company, we try to build an ecosystem together with Siemens and Aleph that is going to be part of what we're going to present on real use cases that we made an impact. Let me try. Okay. And what for us was important really to get solution that can really take decision at the microsecond time, and the only way is really to get decisions which are complex. Not just it's not enough to code in a data block. You need a kind of application that learn how to react, adapt to a complex situation, and is able to, in a control loop, to keep improving every day, to keep improving the quality of the decision. And maybe you heard during the past days that everyone is talking about it, but for us it was important to prove it and to make it scalable. That's why today I want to get Diego introducing what really successful use case. I don't know, Cristian, if you want to.
Exactly. We said that the context, but now we are looking forward to hear what you did together with us. So in a real example, so in the manufacturing story. So Diego.
Absolutely. So we have this nice success story that we can talk about thanks to the fact that Philip Morris International actually allows to talk about this joint success story, which includes Aleph, OPC Foundation, and obviously PMI. So the problem we have tackled with them and the challenge we have tried to solve is quite common in the packaging industry. So you have lines that are a sequence of machines with small buffers in the middle, very small buffers typically. And what typically happens is that when you have a stop in one of the machines, very quickly the buffer upstream fills up to the point that it stops the upstream machine. So you have a sort of cascading of stops upstream. And if the stop is long enough, the downstream buffer will also get empty, and obviously the next machine will not be able to run. So this cascading is obviously very bad for production because it reduces your throughput, but it also obscures the real cause of the problem. Sometimes for the operators it's not easy, and also for the supervisor it's not easy to understand which of the machine is the reason of the sequence because they happen so fast and so quickly. So this was the main idea. Now, more specifically for Philip Morris, they have, like every manufacturer, lines consisting of legacy machines. These legacy machines are very loosely integrated, mainly because the OEMs are actually competitors and they simply integrate through some digital interlocks. Because of this reason, the way lines work is basically you have operators that sort of check what is going on upstream and downstream and sort of turn their knob and try to adjust the speed. Now, this is quite common, and during new initiative, a lean initiative that increased the pressure on production, PMI has been reducing the buffer size in order to expose issues and in order to improve their performance. Now, obviously, this brings in even more issues on the basis that I was mentioning to you before. This is why Jocelyn Vallée was the leader of the project at the time, quickly realized that they needed smarter controls. But these controls cannot run inside the machine controls because of the reasons that I mentioned to you before: legacy machines, OEMs, and the need to have orchestration on top of the machine level. So what we did, we developed some specialized AI algorithms that is learning from machines and buffers. So it's learning from machines their downtime patterns. And it's in real time learning what are the speeds and the levels of the buffer. Now, with both information, so a prediction, AI prediction on when the machine will stop and for how long, we can then orchestrate the speed of all the machines so that we reduce the number of stops. This was very successful. The solution has been rolled out globally at Philip Morris, and there were some significant results in terms of an increased mean time between failure, which is very important because it reduces the intervention of operators on the line. It also reduced scrap, and the main reason for this is that when machines stop or restart, they have some rejects, mainly due to dry glue. And last but not least, they had an increased uptime, which shows how much the solution was effective. Now, the solution was implemented with the pure industrial edge approach, and the reason is that we get a lot of benefits from the fact that we have very fast response time, that we have more reliability in the controls than we have if we were on the cloud. And we also have some specialized AI learning that continuously and in real time updates on the status of the machines. Obviously, this is not the only application you run at the edge. And for example, you can run applications like real-time OEE, which is something that engineering has developed.
Correct. So we are really proud of this collaboration because we have found in Siemens Industrial Edge the perfect open platform to help us develop our idea of business. Because what is important, as we did for the OE application, we found starting from ideas, you can get application. You can get application that can improve production and then can create a competitive advantage as a customer. So for us, it was important to get to work as an ecosystem. Maybe let's move to the second slide. So we feel like now we can really work together as a single entity. So engineer from our team, engineer from Aleph. We spent night together with the Siemens team to ensure that we can support all the AI at edge use cases. And this is the beauty of the platform provided by Siemens. Let us work together with Diego and team with their AI capabilities. And as engineering industries excellence, we are the ecosystem. We try to support the customer use case and act as the voice for the entire team.
And let me give one word. So this is the power of the ecosystem, where 1 + 1 + 1, so the total is 100. So it's very important that everyone has the personal skills, but works together in a power environment.
Another important aspect is the ecosystem, the ability to reach out to the entire manufacturing ecosystem, because just engineering on its own is not able. Aleph as well. We need the power of Siemens is really the marketplace. So please.
Exactly. So you can find this value not only for this application or in this concrete case, but we really do believe in the value that you provided. And this application will be released very soon in Siemens Accelerator marketplace. So you can find also this application. So for other many situations where we really solve kind of a problem that we have seen. So very, very proud that we provided this value. And so here you can find our contacts. So we will be close to the stage if you need any further information. So we are more than willing to support you.
Happy to address any question, and feel free to download the application as soon as it's available.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.